Ev to Phil, July 8th, 1941, 7:30. My dearest, as you know, I went to the draft board. To say they discouraged me would be a lie. To say they encouraged me is also not true. In other words, I don't know where the hell I stand. Phil, sweet, I'm glad you weren't there. The men representing the draft board, 3 of them, and Mr. Hiley were present. I presented my case and I made them listen, although they paid little attention to what I was saying. They were constantly interrupted, and even though they may be able to grasp the real points of the case easily, they, page 2, admitted that they have never had a case like it. They don't know what they can do to help me. They admitted it was a case of hardship. This is the strongest case there can be, but they'll try. They passed some of the most slanderous utterances it has ever been my misfortune to listen to. It was absolutely revolting and disgusting. If you could have heard some of their cracks, you wouldn't have hesitated to slap them down. One of the cracks was, "What did your husband think he was getting, a nursemaid? You certainly are tender-hearted. Didn't you know what you were letting yourself," page 3, in for? Why hasn't he done something to get out? I won't even bother to mention the others. They thought I was very young, and they jokingly remarked, "He'll probably be shipped to Iceland along with the rest." They weren't going to do anything, but I pleaded with them and suggested that they write to your commanding officer, which they said they would do. Maybe I took things too seriously, but certainly these were not the proper things to say to a person who is suffering as a result of their decision. As for the house, forget it. At any rate, that is their attitude. In the meantime, it is entirely up, page 4, to you. You must go to your commanding officer and tell him in no uncertain terms about your present conditions. You might tell them your mother is sick and you are needed at home if you want to get leave. They will investigate, and if they find it to be true, you will be given leave. Phil, whatever you do, you must go to your commanding officer and get him to help you. You know the case and can present it strongly. Please try and talk, even though it kills you. Maybe you can do the trick. I'm not giving up, especially since they admitted it was a case of hardship. I'll speak to the bosses tomorrow, page 5, and ask them what else I can do. No husband, no house, no money, tired, a sick mother, no supper. Mom is okay, still in bed. Her leg is all red and swelled up, so I had Mickey call a doctor, Dr. Lipschitz. He'll be here at 9:30. All in all, things are bad. I can't see why in the hell we should be made to suffer needlessly when General Hershey said that all men with cases of hardship are to be handled leniently. Is this America? You have no guarantee that you will be out in a year. One man, more or less, isn't going to break the army inasmuch as you are really needed. It's a tough proposition, but I'm keeping, page 6, my chin up. That is, I'm trying to. Incidentally, the draft board officials asked me if you did any special work in the Army. The fact that you are in the infantry and not a specialist may also be another good point. I was seriously considering calling you, but I decided it was a too expensive proposition. I wish I could talk to you now. Your nearness, although you may not realize it, makes things easier to take. I know I sound bitter, but wouldn't you? Jakey feels so badly that he keeps cursing the living daylights, page 7, out of everyone affiliated with the board, and vows to take matters into his own hands. Please see what you can do. Now that I've said my little say, I'll try not to sound bitter anymore. I'm not going to get in touch with Mr. O'Connor until you come in Saturday. I know I can sound bitter, but I know you will believe me when I say I love you, sweet, from the bottom of my heart. I'm not disappointed or disheartened the least little bit. I know that eventually you will be released if men are released for cases such, page 8, as these. I want you to talk to Captain Muth immediately after you read this and before the draft board letter reaches him. According to the board, the Army makes the first move. Go to it, baby, and may the best be yours. Here I am sounding off about the draft again. Forgive me, I'm just a little worry bug who loves you more than life. Yours for the asking, Ev. P.S. My mother tells me that it isn't good to have money in the bank during wartime. Better to have it invested in bricks. So you see, our entire present and future is being jeopardized. Phil to Ev, Tuesday, July 8th, 7 p.m. Dearest Ev, received your letter about an hour ago and enjoyed the tenderness of it no end. I thank the kind fates that gave me such a sweet wife over and over. Sometimes I think that whoever or whatever it is that determines the course of human events must surely have nothing but the best of intentions toward me. Why else did he give me you? I have an unquenchable confidence in our future, dear, that nothing can destroy. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just there. At this moment, I'm dying to know what transpired at the draft board, but I realize that I must wait till tomorrow for the answer. It just occurred to me that I might call you. Perhaps I will. Today was pretty strenuous, but I find I don't get nearly as tired as I used to. The news that Mom's is better is cheering. Tell her to take it easy a while. The added burden of taking care of the home must be most trying for you, dear, and I love you for the cheerful way you are taking it. I'm sure Harry and Jake are helping wherever they can. I was glad to hear they enjoyed themselves over the weekend. From what I hear, this is going to be one tough week, what with night marches, bivouacs, and such. Hope I can get home this weekend to rest up. I'll probably need it. I just made up my mind to go out and call you. Hang the 25 cents. The suspense is more than I can bear, and I'm not sure I'll be here tomorrow to receive mail. So I'll close now, hoping you're at Wyman's when I call. My love to all. I adore you, baby, and if there's any justice in this funny world, you'll be a very happy lady someday. Take the word of your loving husband, Phil.